Wow, it has been a long time since I filmed an intro like that. Anyways, if you read the title, that's right. Today, we're gonna be talking about some of the things that I personally hate when it comes to fanfics. Now, with the rise of fanfics and it's slowly trickling into the mainstream sphere, the quality of fanfics have gone down significantly, and I didn't want to be the one that says this, but some of you guys need to stop writing fanfictions because the quality of fanfictions that you're writing is equivalent to a 12-year-old writing on Wattpad for the first time. And I'm pretty sure that some of you new fanfic writers don't even know what Wattpad is. Oh dear. And as a disclaimer, I just want to say, please don't take any of the points in this video seriously. And if you do take any of these points seriously and write like a full paragraph in the comment section, please go touch some grass. You are literally sitting here right now watching a PNG tuber yap about fanfics. I feel like if I talk too much in this intro, I would spoil basically everything, so let's just dive straight into the video. Number 1. Chatfics. I feel like not a lot of people are talking about this enough, but oh my god, I hate chatfics so much. You don't even understand how much I hate chatfics. Now, the exception to this is if you include texting as part of your story. For example, Sarah decided to text her friend Betsy. Hey Betsy, what's up? What's up, Sarah? In that case, yes, I'm totally fine with that. But otherwise, I hate chatfics. And because so many normies are starting to find out about fanfics, there are so many new chatfics that are appearing everywhere, and I hate it. And the reason I hate it is because of a couple of reasons. First of all, these chatfics are absolutely cringe. Most of them have no plot, no story. It's just a bunch of random characters from a random game or show that you like, texting about the most random ever. And the descriptions will be like Has-Been Hotel fanfic, but the characters get horny, or Genshin fanfic, but something goes wrong. Like, no, I don't want to read that. And the amount of times that so many chatfics make the description look so interesting, but when you click on it, it sounds like as if like a 12-year-old wrote it on Wattpad for the first time. And look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I've made chatfics myself, but I was 12 back then and really into Sonic, so thank god I never posted it on any website though. And before you ask, no, I have none of those papers anymore. I threw it out when I was like, 14, 15, because I realized how stupid and cringe I was for doing those chatfics. Anyways, and number 2, this is basically number 1 but rewritten, but number 2, I hate chatfics because most of these are just what-if stories. And by what-if stories, here's a good analogy for this. Chatfics are the equivalent of you as a teenager imagining yourself in a music video, or you as a teenager making an animated music video in your head. That's what it feels like. Don't lie to me, I know you've imagined an animated music video in your head. And most of your imaginary animated music videos as a teen will be like, what if I took Week from AJR but replaced it with Jolly and Child having a relationship and having a kid? Don't worry, I used to do that too all the time. You know what? I still do that to this day. Anyways, so basically the summary for this point is, please stop making chatfics. Or if you're going to make a chatfic, at least make the story make sense. Because every single chatfic I've read up to this point have just been extremely cringe and none of it makes sense. Please make it make sense. I'm begging you. Anyways, we're on to number 2, which is the first-person POV fics. Now, I think this is a bit iffy of a point because some first-person POV fics are really good. But me personally, I don't like it when stories are in first-person POV because, I don't know, it just feels a bit awkward to me. Like, it'll be like the first-person POV of like, I don't know, Alistair from Has-Been Hotel, and it'll be like, I woke up today with a blaring headache. Lucifer called me a bitch. Like, you know what I mean? It just, it's awkward, okay? And when it comes to these first-person POV fanfics, oftentimes it's very 50-50. You'll either get a really good first-person POV fanfic, or you'll get a really interesting first-person POV fanfic. Most of the time, the really interesting ones are basically just self-insert fanfics, or at least that's what I've seen so far. And hey look, I'm not judging, okay? Because honestly, those are way better than chatfics, okay? Anyways, we're moving on to number 3, which is the shortfics with literally no story, plot, just a bunch of skipping, stupid nonsense, and bullshit. Practically just one paragraph. Whew, that was the longest title I think I've ever read in my entire life. But number 3 is the shortfics. And to this, I just want to say I really hate shortfics a lot. Not as much as I hate chatfics, but I still do hate these a lot. And the reason I don't hate them as much as Chatfics is because there have been cases, that 1% case, where I've come across a really, really good short story that's only a paragraph long. Most of the time though, yeah, no, not really. A lot of the times these short stories are just what-if stories, but not properly executed. For example, it'll be like, what if Hinata Shoyo had a baby with Kageyama Tokyo? And it'll describe Hinata Shoyo getting pregnant, the buggin' and thuggin', and the giving birth all in one paragraph. And it'll be like, Hinata and Kageyama buggin' and thugged on Friday morning at 2 a.m. The next day, Hinata found out he was pregnant. Oh my god, I'm pregnant. In the next week, he gave birth. You know, something like that. I don't think this is the best example because I've never written a short fic before, but it's something like that. And I already said this in the Chatfic portion, but this also applies to short stories. But both of these have often such good descriptions in the bio. But then when you actually click on the story, it's not that great, to put it lightly. Now, the exception I will give to the short stories is if you're learning how to write fanfics for the first time. Unless you say in the story's bio, the author's bio, the note section that you're writing fanfics for the first time, I will not excuse you. Because why are you writing these short stories that make absolutely no sense? Like, at least just tell us that you're writing it for the first time or this is one of your first few batches of stories, because I am not willing to read a story that's only a paragraph long. There are other greater stories out there that I could be reading at the moment. And just like Chatfics, oftentimes these stories are just what-if stories, as in this person just really wanted to flesh out an idea but just didn't know how to put the details in correctly, so it looks rushed and it's also very short. Anyways, we're on to number 4, which is people who complain, this ain't canon, or this ship is illegal, or this character does not act this way in the show. And to this point, I just want to say, if you're one of those people who complain saying things like, this isn't canon, or this ship is illegal, or this character would never act this way in the show, that's the whole point of the fanfiction. The whole point of fanfics is basically to explore the sides of the show, movie, or book that will never be explored in the actual show, movie, or book. For example, what if Aoife from Genshin Impact and Chazgan from Genshin Impact date? Will this ever happen in the game? No, of course not. It'll never happen in the game. But that's the whole point of the fanfic. So yes, even if the character's acting slightly different from the show, or they're writing about a ship, that will never happen in this show. That's the whole point. So if you're out there complaining about this isn't canon, or this is illegal, or this is not how the character acts, I don't think you should be reading fanfictions. Shoo, get out of here. And I just feel like this applies to fandoms in general. If you don't like it when a certain person is shipping two characters you dislike together, or they're shipping a character you really like and a character you dislike together, or they headcanon something that you think is false, I don't think you should be in fandom spaces either. Shoo, get out of here. Honestly, I feel like I can't add any more to this point because so many people have already talked about this point. So instead, we're moving on to number 5, which is the love fics that start off normal and then by the end of chapter 1, they're already bugging and thugging. Man, why are these titles so long? With this point, honestly, there's not really much to say for this, but if you're one of those people where you're writing a love story and at the beginning of chapter 1, they just get to know each other, and then by the end of chapter 1, they're already bugging and thugging, I think you need to slow down your love story pace a little bit. Like, they haven't even held hands or properly kissed or properly hugged or went on a proper date, and they're already bugging and thugging. And for some reason, a lot of these fanfics so happen to be related to Bakudeku. And look, I have no problem with Bakudeku fanfics. My problem is that you are rushing the love so fast. It has only been 1 chapter and they're already bugging and thugging. Like, please. At least let them have a proper hand-holding moment or kissing moment or even a date. And they're already bugging and thugging? Like, come on, man. Oh my goodness, we're already on number 6, which is the authors that disappear for ages only to either delete their account or delete their story or come back and say, sorry, not posting anymore. And to this point, all I want to say is, if you're a fanfic author and you've disappeared for months, at least update us on what's happening. You don't have to be specific on details, but you can be like, oh, sorry guys, I lost my motivation, or sorry guys, I'm too busy to write fanfics anymore. Even just that alone is more than enough for me. Because when you don't update us for months, I get scared because I have no idea what happened to you, and I'm worried that something might have happened to you. Now, the exception I will make for this is, for example, let's say you're actually in a dangerous situation and you probably can't update us. Yes, in that case, please don't update us because your safety is the most important thing. However, if it's something like I lost my motivation for writing fanfics, or I'm too busy, at least update us, telling us that fanfic writing will be stopped for a little bit, or you're not going to write fanfics anymore. Now, I'm personally one of the more loyal people, meaning I will stay for over a year just to see if you update your stories or not. But I don't think other people are as patient as me, so I think it's better to just update them on what's happening instead of just leaving them hanging. Obviously, you don't have to be specific. You don't have to tell us that a family member passed or something really big happened. You could just say, hey, I'm gonna pause on writing fanfictions for a bit, because some things happen, and that's all you need to say. And you made it to the end of this video. I will have to say, I did want to put more points in this video, but as I was recording this, I ran out of ideas. And along with this, I do want to say, if I ever sounded heated or angry at any point in this video, just know that I wasn't. I just wanted to get my point across, but there was really no other viable way of doing so. And I feel like if I were to tone things down, I wouldn't get my point across as well, so that's why it sounded kind of heated. Oh yeah, and before I forget, here's the drawing that I drew for this video. Don't ask me how I cooked this, because I remember being so locked in while I was drawing this that I ended up managing to finish this in one night. I don't know how I did this. And for some reason, a character reference sheet takes like a couple days. Like how? What is this logic? Inspiration-wise, I think I just wanted a summer piece, and I also wanted to draw an aquarium, so ta-da! And before anybody criticizes the animals, just know that I am not good at drawing animals. Sea creatures included. And if coral and seashells count too, then yes, I'm bad at drawing those as well. Oh yeah, speaking of sea creatures, I actually had the opportunity to dissect a dogfish once. And from that dissection, I learned two things. First of all, dogfish are not that big. They're probably at most the size of a ruler, if not maybe 14 to 15 inches. And secondly, I learned that preserved dogfish for dissections smell so bad. I can't even describe to you what this smell is. If you ever dissected an animal before, oh my god, they smell absolutely rancid. So if you're gonna dissect an animal, please bring some gum with you, because they smell so disgusting. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want more of this type of content, please do tell me in the comment section. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this channel. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.